Welcome back to OpenLine, talking about 10 years of the Schermerhorn Symphony Center and also this season of the Nashville Symphony. Alan Valentine is here. We were going through the classical series coming up. A couple more there, then we're going to get into the pop series.
Okay, well, the next thing I wanted to talk about was that in May, we're actually going to perform and record John Harbison's Requiem. And this piece is very special because, of course, we all know that we just also, in addition to having the 10th anniversary of the Schermerhorn, Sunday we had the 15th anniversary of 9/11. And John Harbison's Requiem was actually written, commissioned by the New York Philharmonic and performed for the one-year anniversary of 9/11. It has never been recorded, so we're going to perform it and record it at the end of the year this year. And that is not to be missed. It'll involve the Nashville Symphony Chorus and a number of soloists. And by the way, we have a fantastic chorus here. The Symphony Chorus is really terrific, so you won't want to miss that. And the last concert that we have in the classical series this year features Copland's Third Symphony. And the Copland Third Symphony is where the fanfare for the common man came from. So it's buried within that piece, and everybody will get to hear that very famous tune that we all know. And so that concert also features the Dvorak Cello Concerto, which is one of the most popular cello concertos ever written, with the cellist Zul Bailey. And we just released a recording with Zul Bailey from a year ago. So,
and there you see the dates and times. Okay, that's great.
So that's just the first weekend of June. And you know, moving on to the First Bank Pop Series, we have an incredible lineup. You know, we really try to create a nice balance between the concerts. But we start with Peter Cetera. We all know Peter Cetera is a legendary former lead singer of Chicago, and he's been out on his own, of course, for a number of years. And in fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think he actually lives here at least part-time, because I know he's been seen in Starbucks near my house. But anyway, he's really terrific. He's appeared with the orchestra in the past, and you don't want to miss that. It's September 29th through October 1st.
So that's coming right up.
Three performances coming right up. We also are going to feature Mandy Barnett in a program that she's put together called the Nashville Songbook. And of course, many of the viewers, I'm sure, know Mandy as the person who played, the singer who played the lead in Always Patsy Cline. But Mandy is so much more than just Patsy Cline. She is one of the truly great legendary musicians here in Nashville. And so that concert, in fact, personally, I'm very much looking forward to, because I think it's going to be just incredible. Later in the year, we have the Motowns, of course, the Temptations. I mean, the Motowns, very popular band, and they are here in February, the 16th through the 18th, and that's going to be a great weekend. And in March, we have the Chieftains. So we've got really a very eclectic kind of mix of programming. And then finally, we end the series in May 4th through the 6th. With the Classical Mystery Tour, which is a Beatles night, and it really is, you know, sort of the world's best Beatles tribute. And having seen it before, I will tell you that you will actually think you are watching the Beatles. These guys, they look like them, they sound like them, they have all the costumes down, all the mannerisms, and it's really quite something. So you don't want to miss that.
So that's great. So we get an overview there of kind of what's coming up. And again, when I look at that pop series, you're branching out. You're trying to appeal to wide range of audiences there, and that's key.
Exactly. It's exactly what we're doing, and of course, for many people, they get to hear the orchestra for their very first time ever in that setting. And then, you know, we also do some special concerts throughout the year. Those range from things like Handel's Messiah to, well, we have Otto Guthrie coming. And he is going to do Alice's Restaurant.
Are these the special events? Is that
yes?
Yeah. So we have some special events. Yeah,
we've got several special events, and some really great ones. You know, we have Itzhak Perlman coming to town. David Crosby is going to play the Schermerhorn this year, so you don't want to miss that. Peter Frampton in March. I mean, there are some great shows that we've got lined up. And Valentine's weekend, you know, my favorite holiday for obvious reasons.
Right,
But we'd be really remiss not to let people know that Frankie Valli's coming back to appear with the orchestra on Valentine's weekend. I mean, what a better, what kind of, there's like no better Valentine's weekend than the Nashville Symphony with Frankie Valli at the Schermerhorn Symphony Center. Think about that.
There you go.
You
I bet
you
that
don't
is a
bring
big
your
one.
wife to that. I mean, you'll be in big trouble.
Wow. So, all right, you're CEO, president CEO. How difficult is it to set these up?
Well, you know, I have a really talented staff, and I often say, you know, that I share the credit with everybody. We have a lot of really fine, very talented staff, and if I take credit for anything, it's for hiring people that are smarter than I am, and usually knowing when to stay out of their way, but not always. But anyway, you know, it's challenging to set these things up. We have a team, actually, of people that vet all of the acts that we book. They look at, you know, the routing of tours. They work with artist managers. Larry Tucker, who's our very capable artistic administrator, you know, does a great job, vice president actually for artistic administration, along with Dan Grossman, our very talented vice president for marketing, Jonathan Marks, who's our very talented communications vice president. Those guys get together along with Steve Brozvik, our COO, and they really go through, vet all of these acts. They not only look at who's touring, who's going to be in the area, and who's out there looking to do symphony shows, but they also look at things like how did they sell in other markets. You know, we have access to a lot of data, and I'm very proud of the fact actually that as a venue, the Schermerhorn has been consistently ranked in the top 50 theaters in the world by Pollstar, and every once in a while we actually beat out the Ryman, and you know, we sort of trade places with the Ryman. So you know, we've done really well with ticket sales, and we're very proud of that. And of course, Sally, you know, Williams over at the Ryman, you know, we kind of go back and forth a little bit in those rankings, but we're very proud of that fact.
So your vision as president and CEO, we have about a minute left in this segment. What is it? So 10 years from now, Schermerhorn, 10 years down the road.
10 years from now, I want there to be an even greater sense of legacy and you know, any great facility, Carnegie Hall, why is it famous? Well, it sounds pretty good in there, but really it's about all of the things that have happened over a long period of time there. If you think about the Musikverein in Vienna, you know, all of these great works, Brahms, you know, works were premiered in there. I mean, all of these great works. I want Nashville to be that place. When you say, where is the cradle of classical music in America? I want it to be Nashville. That will take a lot of time. 10 years from now, we might be several steps further along the way.
But the way to do that is to have these moments, to establish a legacy of moments.
Exactly.
You know, there was this performance and this performance. So you're trying to build it one performance at a time.
Exactly.
Well, I think that's fascinating. All right, we're going to take a break, then we'll come back. We'll wrap everything up, but very interesting stuff. Take a break, be back right after this.